Alright guys, that time has come yet again. The time to confirm more characters coming into Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now for these specific characters, we did have some rumors of them being in the game based off of an image that was posted a long while back. However, that specific image was way too low quality and it was pixelated, and we couldn't really make out for sure who those characters were. So it was based entirely off of speculation, although I'm pretty sure we could have deduced who they were. But with these new scans, they are now 100% confirmed. But before I even get into them, I'm gonna go down the list of the scans to quote unquote build the suspense. So we start off on the very first one. We see Super Saiyan Goku yelling, which is more than likely him screaming at Frieza after he killed Krillin, which we also see on the right hand side with Krillin being exploded. We move down to the bottom and we see Kid Buu and Super Saiyan Goku fighting, which we all know that during the Buu saga, Goku threw the spear bomb at Kid Buu to try to finish him off. And we move below that, we see Yamcha being killed by a Cyberman. But what is to the right? We see Goku falling down to Earth and someone grabbing him. And that is none other than the God of Destruction, Beerus. So yes, Beerus is ultimately confirmed to be in Dragon Ball FighterZ. But we'll get into that a bit more later on down the scans. So we move into the next scan, which though it's not translated right now, I'm pretty sure this explains the process of how Shenron functions in the game. Although we do see, well, at least we should know, that from the earlier videos that were put up, I believe from the Japanese live stream that happened a month or so ago, where they actually made the mistake of showing off this feature in the video, and we had like a small glimpse of, I guess, how the function works when Game Informer was covering it for that entire month. So I'm fairly certain that we know how this works, but I'm sure by the time this gets translated, then that's when all the info will truly get out. But now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty, to the meat of the entirety of all the scans. All right, this segment alone tells you exactly what you need to know. It is confirmed that Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black is indeed coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ. And before I even like break down the scan, just look at the artwork, like his character portrait. It looks really freaking good. And I mean, all of them do for all the characters that they've drawn, but for some reason, Rose just looks really good. But getting back on point, moving on to his stats. His power is A, his speed is S, his reach is S, his technique is A, and his energy is S. And if you translate that to numbers, A should be 3, S is 4, and that's about it. So he seems to be an overall balanced character. Actually a good one at that, because his overall stats is ranked as an S. So he's about a 4 on the scale. But even so, he looks so good. They even gave him the scythe, which we don't even have in Xenoverse 2, understandably, because if I'm not mistaken, that move wasn't shown off yet. But they gave him the scythe that he used against Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. With, oh my god, that's so cool. I don't know if he's just going to possibly just attack with the scythe, or if he slashes through, I guess, time itself or whatever, and it comes out with like the clones or the copies of Rose that kind of like do some sort of like cinematic attack. I think that would be cool, but we do see some things that he does with the scythe, like he does slash up his opponents with it, but I'm hoping it has another feature to it. I mean, there could be more, or it could be what we get at face value, which I'm perfectly fine with because it looks awesome. But moving down from that, we do see that Zamasu is indeed a part of his moveset, which is cool because he's going to function more so like how 18 does with 17, which is unique because you don't really see that too much in games nowadays. So to have him as a joint character, pretty much him with the addition of Zamasu being a part of his moveset, is really cool. I like that a lot. But that is Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black in the game. Now, moving on to the final scan. This does confirm the other two characters from the speculation, or from the quote-unquote mistake that was posted in that image, yes, Beerus and Hit are also going to be in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now, getting straight onto their stats. So Beerus's power is S, his speed is S, his reach is A, but his technique and his energy are double S, which are 5s, which are completely maxed out. So this man is about to be a powerhouse. Oh my goodness. I don't know what exactly his technique is going to be, as it should be a double S though, because he is the god of destruction. So of course he should be one of the most powerful characters in the game, and his stats speak for themselves. But moving off of that, we do see that he has, I don't know what to classify this move as. I don't think it's, which one was it? God of Destruction's Wrath? But I remember that in Dragon Ball, it was either Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. He did have a technique where he had orbs surround him and he actually threw them out, not in the form of how it is with God of Destruction's Wrath, but it's a different type of technique. But that's what it seems to be on the right hand side. I could be wrong, but of course translations will come down later on today, and I guess that will clarify what specifically that move is. However, we do see from the left of that another move. Now I can't really zoom in on it, but it's either God of Destruction's Anger or Headshot, and it seems to more so be Headshot, which makes sense because, I mean, he flicked Goku in the forehead and practically knocked him out, man. So if that's a move in the game, I will definitely be happy that they included it, also to be able to use it on opponents. But moving on from Beerus, we finally have Hit, which I think they did Hit. They made him look a bit better in this game as compared to Xenoverse 2, but I digress because that's my own personal opinion. Now, Hit's stats are that his power is S, his speed is double S, which makes sense because of time skip. His reach is A, his technique is S, but his energy is a C, which is the bottom tier. Now, it kind of makes sense as to why his energy is so low, because he doesn't really utilize key techniques, if you will. Everything in his arsenal is practically up close and personal, or CQC, if you will. So it makes sense for him to be a close quarters character. I did have a speculation that if he was in the game, they would give him Shockwave as his long range move, but that doesn't seem to be the case, because we see that one move that he has in particular are his time skip moves. I'm not sure if the image on the bottom left is time skip Molotov, but it's definitely something. It's either one on the bottom left or the one on the bottom right, but he does have his time skip moves, which is awesome and to be expected as well. But I really, really hope that they give him some sort of long or mid-range move, because I don't want him to be a character where you're always in close range, because I have a strong feeling that even though it's cool to have Hit in the game, he's potentially going to get countered heavy if he has no way to space out the opponent. But I digress. That is everything that we've gotten in these scans so far concerning Dragon Ball FighterZ and the 3 brand new characters, Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black, the God of Destruction Beerus, and of course, Hit. So are you guys excited for these new characters? Let me know in the comment section below. But as always guys, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.